You know how they say when it rains, it pours? Well, today at our homestead, when it rains, it floods. Let's talk about that. So I'm homesick today. What's up, bud?
What the?
You want to see outside? I got something. My stomach's not right, and last day or two I've just been like, ugh. Yeah, it's raining out. So today we had plans to take the older kids to robotics class in Pittsburgh, and we were all gonna go as a family, gonna go check out Pittsburgh. I thought I'd be better by today, but my stomach's still messed up and it's just not good time. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna stay home. And I kept the younger two because I didn't want Kay going into Pittsburgh and going shopping and stuff with all of them. It would be easier this way, and it was a very early morning. So I'm supposed to be just resting today and getting better. And at the same time, poor puppy, our puppy has got something wrong in her belly too. She's had like the runs, and we were keeping her in the house in a crate, but with that kind of mess, we put her in the barn for the day because we thought, oh, we'll let it pass. We'll keep an eye on her in the barn. I got a knock on the door about 20 minutes ago. A couple who works here on the property for my father-in-law heard the dogs barking. They were in the barn. The barn was flooding and their crates were getting filled up with water. I got a shovel in there, Benny. I got the cords all unplugged. The barn doesn't flood. It's got really good drains. It never has flooded before. It wasn't even a remote possibility that I thought of. But what happened, because the dogs were in there was a lot of hay in there from, ladybug eating, a lot of debris. The drains got clogged and the water started rising. And poor puppy, by the time I got into the barn, the water had been rising in the crate, and she's stuck in the crate with the water coming up. This is way less deep than it was. All the water comes from that hill down the road. It all comes here, and those drains got plugged. Ooh, that could have been so bad. We're gonna go inside, dry off, and tell you what happened. This is ugh. Could have been really bad. Fortunately, we got in time. Thanks so much to the couple who works here for letting me know, and good thing they heard it because I'm up here sick and on the couch. And it's just kind of one of those freak things that happens sometimes on the homestead. It was a close call, but everybody's okay. Puppy's taking a nap, she's back inside, and hopefully her belly's feeling better. My belly is not feeling any better after all this whole ordeal. rain's finally slowing. Came back out to check on the barn. You can see here there's a big pond out there of water. I put some hay bales here because as the water was pouring in, it was pulling all kinds of debris. And you'll notice here, we do have really good drains in the floor, but it was pulling debris in so fast, it was clogging those drains, and that's why the water wasn't draining and it was just coming up in here. This has created so much work for us for the next week. This chicken run got completely flooded. You can see the chickens are standing in water. So we're gonna have to scoop all that bad stuff out. We come over here to our hay storage side. This is the reason we wanted to get the hay loft clear, because our hay right there has now all the lower layers all gotten wet, which is actually the hay here that I'm using now as a dam. And that hay is just, it's not holding back the water is filtering through, but it's holding back debris so that these drains don't get clogged. If the drains don't get clogged, this barn stays really dry. I mean, I can walk to the back here and you can see it's totally dry. I say dry, I mean they were wet like 10 minutes ago, so they're not actually dry floor, but they're not covered in water right now. Because if the drains are flowing, if they're working like they're supposed to, always more work to do. Just when you think you got it all, something gets thrown at you. But that's the whole thing with homesteading. And when you fix a problem, you always feel good afterward. I think that's why I like it so much. It's endless problems, but when you fix them, it's endless feeling good about that. So it's addictive. My stomach's feeling a little better. Sometimes just getting out and working helps get you over it. But I do have to lay down now. I'm tired.
Poppy went to the bathroom in the house.
Oh, did she?
Just
what did you do?
Just pee.
Did you clean it?
Yep, it's right over there.
Okay, good job. Well, you gotta pay attention when she gets up like that.
Yeah.
Naughty girl went pee-pee. When it rains, it floods. So I'm gonna go lay down and just call it a day. So we'll see you in tomorrow's video, and hopefully in tomorrow's video I will feel better.